Hi everybody, welcome to our channel DevOps Wala. We already started our How to Master DevOps series, in which two videos are already uploaded. Uh, we discussed about introduction to DevOps. In the first two videos, we cover the topic related to the DevOps, what is DevOps, why DevOps is important, why companies are hiring for DevOps engineers, why you should choose career as a DevOps engineer, what will be your day-to-day work as a DevOps engineer. These all things we discussed already. So if somehow any of you have missed it, so you can come to this channel, you can come to this playlist section and you can follow this series, okay, Master in DevOps, where we'll be going to upload all the DevOps related videos, okay, and you will going to be learn all the tools and technology related to DevOps on our channel, okay. Please like and subscribe this channel. And let's say, so now today we'll be going to discuss how to launch EC2 instance over AWS cloud and why that is required. So as many of you will be knowing that, let me open a quick notepad for you so you'll get some idea. So the first thing we covered in our syllabus is what is DevOps. Once you got everything related to the DevOps, then the second thing you have to know is the Linux, okay, Linux operating system. And before understanding what is Linux, why Linux is so important for the DevOps engineer, why company have the prerequisite of Linux operating system if they want to hire you as a DevOps engineer. So to understand all these things, but before that you have to understand that Linux is an operating system just like a Windows or Mac OS. Maybe somebody of you will be using the Windows 10 or Windows 11. Some of you may be using the Mac OS. Okay, exact same thing. Linux is also just an operating system. But as some of you will be using Windows 10, some of you will be using the Mac OS, right? But we have to learn the Linux operating system. So you'll require a laptop in which Linux should be installed. Then only you can do the practical of the Linux, right? So rather than installing Linux operating system on top of our laptop, what we'll be going to do is we'll be going to use a cloud service, and in this training we'll be using the AWS cloud. Okay, so on top of the AWS cloud we'll be launching a Linux operating system, and in that Linux operating system we'll be doing all our practicals. Okay, and again everything related to the Linux operating system will be going to cover from the basics, so there will be no prerequisite for this training, and we'll be going to cover till the advanced level, so don't worry about all these things. And let's see, before creating a account on the AWS, you have to come here on this page, global infrastructure. If you try to search in the Google like AWS global infrastructure, and if you will hit it enter here, you will see that this is the first page, and this is the same page which I opened here. In this page, they are saying that there are many regions, there are many availability zones of AWS. So currently there are many data centers created by the AWS cloud across the world, different regions. They created their own data center. And from these data centers only, we'll be asking for a resource. Okay, we'll ask to the AWS that can you provide me a Linux operating system based machine so I can do my practical for that. And AWS will provide it. Okay, so that is the same thing we are going to do. But before asking to AWS, what you have to do, you have to create an AWS account. Okay, without AWS account, you cannot use AWS cloud. So the first thing you have to click on here, create an AWS account. If you click on this, you will come to this page. Okay, and in this page, you are saying that AWS free tier is visible. So AWS provides you 12 months of free access. Okay, and that will be more than enough to do all our practicals related to this DevOps training. Okay, and it will be free totally. What you have to do, you have to click on create a free account here. A new page will be open. In that page you have to fill all the details, and it is just exact equal to creating a Facebook account, Twitter account, or Instagram account. Okay, and if you have expertise on that, creating a Facebook account or Twitter account, then it will be simple only. You don't have to do any extra thing here. So let me show you quickly how to create a AWS account. So here, as you are seeing that they are asking for your email address, they are asking you the account name. Account name is something like username which you want to give it for your AWS account, and then you have to verify email address. After that, they will ask you for your mobile number, they will ask for your address, they will ask for your credit card details. Okay, and again, if you are providing the credit card details, so they will be going to charge very minimal amount, and whatever the amount they will charge you from your credit card, that they will revert it back in 24 to 48 hours. So you don't have to worry about. And for the next 12 months, it will be totally free. So you'll be not getting any charge. Once your account is created, okay, then what you have to do, you have to just normal search for AWS Amazon.com. Okay, so this type of the page will open, and once your account is ready, you verified everything from your email. What you have to do, you have to click on this sign in page. Okay, once you click on this sign in page, let's wait for it's open. Yeah, so once this page is open, make sure that you selected the root user. Okay, once you selected the root user, here you have to choose the email address whatever you used to create your DevOps account. I am giving my email account. I am giving my password whatever I set during creation of the account, and that's all. If everything will well and good, you will be logged into your AWS page. We'll wait to let this page load. It will take a little bit time to do so. Yeah, once this page is visible, so what you have to do, take an example, you are living in India, so you have to choose a region nearest to your India. So currently we have a region Mumbai, okay, that is situated in India itself. So I am going to choose my Mumbai region. You can choose whatever the region is the nearest to you, okay. And even if you are not choosing, that is also well and good. You can use any of the region to launch your machine, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, as we discussed that we have to go ask to AWS cloud that AWS, can you provide me a machine? Okay, a machine meaning is just I am asking for a laptop. Okay, then they will ask us that whenever we are talking about to AWS, that AWS, can you provide me a laptop? So what they will ask, they will ask that what is the configuration you require, what is the configuration you require, right? Once they will ask you what is the configuration, then you have to give it like AWS, I have to use a RAM of 2 GB. I require a CPU of 2 core. Yeah, hard disk of 10 GB. So like this way you have to fill all the details. Which operating system I want to use. So I will give like Linux operating system. Okay. So once you will fill all these details, then AWS will go to their data center and they will launch a EC2 instance or basically a laptop, and then they will give you the access. Okay. So we are going to see how this process will be happen. So first you have to come to this search box. Okay, in this search box just type the EC2. What is EC2? So again, further in this training we'll be going to learn AWS cloud from basic, so you don't have to worry about. Till then, just understand that EC2 is a service provided by the AWS cloud. With the help of this service only, we'll be able to launch our laptop like machine on the AWS cloud. Okay, so EC2, just till now just understand that it is a service which will give you a laptop like access. Okay, so once you search this EC2, you have to click on this EC2 box. Once you will seeing this page, what you have to do, you have to click on this instances. Okay, just click on this instances. Then you are saying, they are saying currently there is no instances. Instance is just equal to laptop. Okay, so that also I'm writing here that instance is nothing, just is equal to laptop. Now, what is they are currently saying here? that there is no instances. You don't have any instances in this region. So what we have to do? Once if somebody is saying you that you don't have a laptop, so you will be going to market and you will be buying a laptop, right? So same thing we'll be going to do is launch an instance. To launch an instance, they are saying just you have to click on this box. Click on this launch instance. Once you click on this, they are asking the first thing here in the right side, number of instances. How many laptop you want to require? So take an example, currently we want only one laptop. That's why we kept it one. But you can keep it two, three, it's totally on you. Okay. So we are going to keep it one. Now, once you kept it one, what you have to do here, you have to choose a laptop name. So take an example, I want to keep it like my Linux laptop. Okay, so whatever the name you want to keep it, that name you can give. Okay, this name will be allocated to your laptop. After that, once you given the name, they are asking that which operating system you want to use, and they give you so many options: Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat. Okay, so these all are the different operating systems. Again, you don't have to worry about all these things. Just for now, our training will be going to cover the Amazon Linux. Okay, that is just similar to the Red Hat. So just you have to select here Amazon Linux box, and here you will be seeing that it is coming under the free tier. Okay, that means if you are going to choose Amazon Linux operating system, you don't have to pay any extra charges to AWS cloud. But if you choose Mac OS, if I click Mac OS, see that there is free tier eligible is not visible here. Okay, that means Mac OS if you are going to create, then you have to pay extra charges to AWS cloud. So we'll be going with the Amazon Linux. Now at downside, they are saying which resources you want to keep it in your laptop, right? If we talked about here that I require 2 GB RAM, 2 core, 10 GB hard disk, right? Same thing in this instance type, you have to fill the details. T2 Nano, it consists of one CPU and 0.5 GB of RAM. T2 Micro, one CPU, 1 GB RAM. Right? Similarly, if you will go down like T2 Large, 2 CPU, 8 GB RAM. Okay, like this way, and they kept the price also. What is the price for this? But if you see here, there is one of the instance that is coming under the free tier. So if I am going to use T2 Micro, then I don't have to pay any extra charges to AWS Cloud because it is coming under our free tier account. But if I'm going to use a small, medium, then I have to pay charges, whatever it is written here, like 0.0496 US dollar per hour. So for our practical, we'll be going to use one CPU, 1 GB RAM, that is T2 micro, and that will be more than enough to do all our practical. So don't worry about it. Just select T2.micro, come down. Here they are asking key pair. So again, to understand what is key pair, so whenever you buy a laptop, okay, whenever you buy a laptop, the first thing what you do, you switch on the laptop, power on the laptop. Once you power on the laptop, they ask you configure the security, configure the security, where we set some password everything to our laptop. Okay, so if I will remember the password, then only I will be able to log into my laptop. So same thing, whenever we are launching a Linux operating system to the AWS cloud, they are saying that you have to attach a key pair. That means there will be a key pair will be there, and if somebody will have that key with them, then only they will be able to log into our Linux machine. So for doing this, just you have to click on this create new key pair. Just click on this, keep it a key pair name. So this is the key pair for my new Linux machine, so I will keep it the name as my Linux laptop, like that way. Okay, keep it whatever the name you want to keep it RSA only, and keep it .pem only. Just click on create key pair, and that's all. That key pair will be created. Now you have to save this file and make sure that this file you are saving it in some location, and that location you should remember it, because if you anyhow you are going to forget, then it will be really difficult for you. So let me create a new directory here, and I'm going to say Okay, so I'm saving in this directory. I'm saving this. I save this .pem file. Once that file is saved, and make sure this file is kept somewhere in secure place. Why? Because if somebody else can got this file, then they will be able to log into your machine. Okay. Now here you don't have to do anything. Again, what all these things about security group, everything that will be come to know when we'll be starting our AWS related specific classes. Currently, we are just trying to learn how to launch a Linux machine. So we can start with our Linux practical. So that's all. And here we are attaching a 8 GB of RAM hard disk here currently. Let it be everything. So just if you try to revise what we done, we keep a name there. Then we choose Amazon Linux. Instance type t2.micro, free tier one. Keep here we created one. And that's all. Now we are clicking on launch instance. Once you click on launch instance, AWS is going to their data center and they are launching an instance. Now again come to this instance section and you'll see that one laptop is created here, my Linux laptop. Okay, basically an instance in AWS cloud. We say laptop as an instance. Now currently it is showing as a pending state. Sorry for that. Now AWS is saying that we went to my data center, I created a laptop, now it is running. Okay. Now everything connection is done properly, it is connected to internet, and that's why it is coming as running. Once it is coming running, now you are well and good to use this laptop for your personal uses. Okay. Now, if I try to understand you, make you understand, like what are the different ways to connect to the laptop, this instance. So three different ways are there. Three different ways to connect this newly created EC2 instance. Okay, there are three different ways. The first way is EC2 connect. Second way is Putty. Third way is with SSH. Okay, so we are going to see one by one all these methods to connect to this Linux machine. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to select this box. Once you select this box, you'll see here the connect option is coming. Just click on this connect. Now you have to see there EC2 instance connect option is coming. Just keep on selecting this one only and just click on connect. Once you click on connect on this, what will going to happen is on the browser itself, whatever the browser you are opening your AWS account, in that browser itself, you will see that you are going to connect to your Linux machine. Okay, they will give you a screen. So whatever the command you want to run, that command just you have to type it and the output will be displayed in the browser itself. Okay, and that is the most simplest way to connect to the Linux machine running on the AWS cloud. So see, this screen came Amazon Linux 2 AMI which I launched quickly. Okay, and this is the same machine. How we can verify it? So see, this is the public IP related to this machine 3.110. If you'll come to this page and you'll see this is the same public IP address. So we connected to the same machine. And now if I want to run any command in the Linux operating system, like there is a date command. Okay. So see, we are seeing the date output here itself. If there is a cal command that show the calendar. So see, calendar output we are seeing. That means this is the simplest way to launch a EC2 instance and to connect to EC2 instances. Okay. And by this way you can connect easily to your Linux laptop, and whatever the command we are going to learn in the future in this training, that you can do it practically. Like there are some Linux command like ls, pwd. Okay, so these all commands you can run. If you want to print something, like you want to print your name, so you can type echo kisan and it will print, right? If I want to print echo DevOps wala, you'll see that it is printing the same thing. So these all are the commands we'll be going to learn future in this training. But now you have to just focus how you will be able to connect to this EC2 instance. So that was the first way, EC2 connect. So this is basically the browser mode where you are able to connect to the EC2 instance or is Linux laptop from browser itself. Now the second method is Putty. So let's close this. Now I want to connect to this machine again, okay, but not with that method. Okay, this time I don't want to connect with the EC2 method, not from the browser. I want to connect from a Putty software. So if you try to search in the Google Putty, just search Putty and you will see that this is the page. In this page they are saying download Putty. Click on that. And again, Putty is a software which can only run on the Windows. Okay, so if you want to run Putty for Mac OS, that will not work. Okay, for Mac people, if you want to connect to the Linux machine, so you can go with the previous method itself, like EC2 connect method. Windows people can go with this method also and can go with this Putty method also. Okay, and for Mac people, I am going to teach you later again one more method, that is the SSH method. So don't worry, just click on this and you have to install this software. Okay, once you install the Putty software, okay, then you can easily see that if you search here Putty, okay, you'll see that both the software Putty and PuttyGen is available. Okay, and you have to make sure that whenever you install the Putty, automatically both the software will install, so you don't have to worry about. Okay, and to install it, just you have to click on this. This is a simple process. Just save this, and once it will be saved, just open this. So let it be saved first. Okay, now it is saved. I'm opening it. Now you have to just click on next. Then in my case currently Putty is installed itself. Okay, if in your case it is not installed, you can install it. Okay, now let's cancel these things. Okay, now once the Putty is done, so what you have to do is you have to know two things, that Putty is a third party software. So if we want to connect to our EC2 machine, we'll require a key. Okay, if I'll give a key to the Putty, then Putty only will be able to connect to the EC2 instance. Again, from where we'll get the key? So the pem file, .pem file, whatever we downloaded, this pem file we have to provide. Okay, .pem file. But this file does not supported by the Putty. Putty only support ppk file. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to convert this .pem file to the ppk file, so our Putty will be able to use it. So to doing that, what you have to do is just you have to open Putty, search for Putty here. Now not open Putty, open the PuttyGen software. Okay, click on PuttyGen. Here you have to click on the load. In the load, you have to go to the directory where you downloaded the PEM file. So currently, if you remember, we downloaded it in the what was the folder name I created? Let me check quickly. What was the okay? So I kept it in the keep here DevOps wala. So let me open this. Okay, so this here see that file is not visible. So what you have to do, you have to select this, click on all files, click on my Linux PEM file. Okay, just click on open, click on OK, click on save private key, click on yes, then save this file. So let's give it my Linux. Okay, like that I given the name, just save it. Once you save the ppk file, just close this. Okay, now that work is completed. Now the second thing what you have to do is again search Putty. This time don't open the PuttyGen, open the Putty software. Why? The PuttyGen work was only to convert this .pem file, whatever we downloaded, to the ppk file. So this conversion is completed. How you can verify? So if you come in this directory, you will see that PPK file is converted. From this PEM file, we generated the PPK file. Once you generated this, you have to open the Putty. Now in the Putty, the first thing they are asking is what is the IP address. So currently the IP address is 3.110.148.13. Whatever the IP address, public IP address is related to your EC2 instance, that you have to write it. Once you give the IP address, then you have to come click on this SSH plus symbol, then click on this auth symbol, click on credentials, click on browse. Now go to that same directory where you downloaded the PPK converted file. So in my case, it is this one. So this is the PPK file which I converted. Just I'm opening it, and that's all. Once you selected that, what you have to do, just click on open. Once you click on open, click on accept. Now they are asking login edge. So our username is ec2-user. So just type it here, ec2-user. If I press enter, you'll see that we connected to the same machine. Like how we are able to connect from here, the browser, like if I'll click on this connect option that we previously saw, what it was doing. It was opening a black screen on the browser itself, and it was connecting to the Linux machine. Same way, whenever we are using the Putty also, we are getting the same screen. So let it be loaded so you can verify quickly. Okay, so this screen and this screen are exact same. Like here you are giving the date command, cal command to see the output. Similarly, from here also, in the Putty also you can type date, cal, and you will get the same output like this way. Okay, and both are the same machine. Both are connected to the same machine. How you can verify? So just hit the W here. If you hit the W symbol, you'll see that we are connected from this machine. One of the person is connected to this IP address, other person is connected to this IP address from the same machine. So this is the way how to connect to the Linux machine using Putty. Okay. Now once the Putty is also completed, then the third way is the SSH. How you can do it? SSH. So doing connecting to this Linux machine with the SSH, you have to come to this SSH client option. Okay. And before doing this, let's do CMD and let's check whether SSH is installed in you or not. So see, this SSH is installed. Okay. Now if SSH is installed, so open the PowerShell here, Windows PowerShell, and try to go to the directory. Like in my case, this is the directory. Okay, so I'm inside this directory, and inside this directory, that PEM file is visible. Okay, that PEM file, whatever I downloaded. Okay, what you have to do is the first thing they are saying is once you reach to this directory where that .pem file is visible, you have to hit this command. You have to copy this command, whatever the command you will be getting in your side. Okay, just copy this command, third number, and paste it in the PowerShell, or just type it. Let me type it quickly. Okay, chmod is not working here. So what we can do is, let me quickly check whether this is working or not, or else I will show you with the different method, so don't worry. Yeah, see, I just, what you have to do, you have to just copy this command, ssh-i, just copy this command, come to PowerShell, paste it here. Once you will paste it, they will ask you whether you want to share to, you want to connect it, just click on yes, and that's all. But you are seeing here that they are saying that permission of this file are too open. and this file is currently not this chmod command was not working. Okay, so that's why sss method is little bit complex for the Windows people. Okay, and that's why for Windows we always prefer to connect to this Linux machine using the Putty. Okay, but if you are using some Mac OS or Linux, so in that case what you can do is to connect with the SSH method, just open the terminal in your Mac OS. Okay, once you will open the terminal in your Mac OS, you will see some page like this. Okay, the first thing what you have to do is let's create a directory. So I am creating a directory here quickly, DevOps folder. Let's go inside this directory. And again, whatever the command I am running currently, don't worry. All these commands mkdir, cd, these all commands will be going to learn. What you have to do once you reach to this directory, okay, just do the cat command, cat dash, and whatever the file name is present here, like my linux laptop.pem, just copy this and paste this file name here. Now, whatever the content is present inside this file, like whatever the content is there, just copy all these things and paste it here. Okay, and then press plus and control plus D you have to do. So once you will do it, so you will see that a file is created with this name, and this file have the content. Okay, so this file is saved. Now once you got this file, or basically you can download this file directly and you will be saving in that location. That location you have to go, and then what you have to do is you have to hit the command, this one, chmod 400. So copy this command, paste it here. Once you paste that command, now again copy this ssh command and again paste this command also. And once everything will be correct, they will ask you whether you want to connect or not, yes or no. If you press yes, then they will connect you to the AWS Linux machine. So let's wait for that. Yeah, so just press yes here. So again you are seeing the same screen, and again you can run the same way the command you were running using the Putty or the browser. Okay, so that was about how to launch an EC2 instance. Okay, how to connect to the EC2 instances using different methods like EC2 instance connect, using Putty software, using. So let me close it and let me quickly show you what we done till now. So we saw the three methods: EC2 connect, Putty way, and the SSH way. SSH way will be useful for the Mac people. Okay, so Mac people can either use SSH way or EC2 connect way to connect, and Windows people can prefer this Putty method or EC2 connect method to connect to the AWS cloud. Okay, and once you've done all this practical, okay, always make sure that you come to this instance section. Okay, and in this instance section, once your work is completed, always stop this instance. If you'll not stop this instance, then maybe once your limit will be reached of your free tier account, you will get charged for the billing. Okay, so like if you are using your machine only for 2 hours, so just use it for 2 hours and then stop it, so you'll not get any extra charges in your AWS account. So make sure that and just stop it and again when the next day you want to launch it, just come here and again start the instance. Okay, so that's all, and we'll meet soon with the new lecture where we'll be starting with the basics of the Linux operating system, why Linux was developed, why company are using the Linux, and then we'll start to learn the Linux commands, and we'll do the practical in this same laptop, same this Linux EC2 instance. Okay, thanks all of you, and please don't forget to subscribe the DevOps channel to see the same content. Okay, and in this playlist how to master DevOps, we'll be going to upload all the lectures related to the DevOps. Okay, and every week we'll be uploading 4 to 5 lectures, so don't worry about it. And in next 1.5 months we'll be cover entire DevOps syllabus. Thanks all of you.